People think that I got my job at Blizzard specifically because of him. In reality, I only had help from him in order to do my resume. I went to Blizzard in 2004, and like, this is kind of my whole career, right? My first job I got through nepotism, 100%. My dad worked at Blizzard for 23 years.
Bro is gaslighting himself here. I don't even have to do anything. Man's writing his own side quests at this point.
Blizzard. I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. Used to work at Blizzard Entertainment.
And that's just the start. This rabbit hole goes way deeper than I thought. Let's dive into it together. Imagine bragging. You hacked power plants, then the internet finds your LinkedIn, and bro, you were writing phishing emails. That's pirate software. The dev who built the fan base on lies, betrayed them, roached out, live on stream. Today we're watching a narcissist crumble in real time, and honestly, it's kind of satisfying.
You're a hacker. Like that's where you like kind of started.
An actual hacker.
An actual hacker. Like,
Yes,
not like I'm a hacker type. No, you're an actual hacker. You won.
Like an actual hacker.
Yeah,
My last job was hacking power plants for the federal government. I worked for the United States Department of Energy.
So a dude walks in with a laptop and a suit, and you lean over to, who's that guy?
Well, that's the hacker from the government.
Yeah,
When in reality, if you look at his LinkedIn and reconcile it against his skill set, what he did was social engineering. He wrote phishing emails and tried to gain access to credentials and user systems that way.
Bro is out here role-playing as James Bond, talking about hacking power plants like he's gonna be disabling nukes. Meanwhile, his real job is just sending phishing emails from a crucible. You can really see the narcissism at play here, overselling himself drastically as some huge mastermind when he's literally just customer support for hackers. And that's pirate software in a nutshell. Acting like he's the main character while everyone else is just an NPC in his side quest. But here's the thing about NPCs, bro. Eventually, they stop following the quest, brother. Because even NPCs have a choice, and on July 2nd, his entire community chose to log out. Now, if you don't know, Stop Killing Games is a player-driven movement that pushes to stop companies from shutting down online games people paid for. A simple idea: if you bought it, you should be able to keep playing it. Here is pirate software reacting to this movement.
Do I not want to back this? I'm going to actively tell people not to. That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction. Now, eat my entire ass.
Of course, he didn't agree with it. His narcissism wouldn't allow it. Why? Because he didn't come up with the idea and supporting it. That means admitting someone else cares more about games than he does, and it might hurt his own project. And speaking of his game, Heartbound hasn't seen a real update in months.
Release an update for Heartbound on the first week of every month.
Oh, studio update, January 2025. And the last time he updated since then, April 1st, 2024. Oh, wait, this patch is an April Fool's joke. And then the update before that was back in December of 2023.
He can't seem to remember how to update his game, but that's not even the worst part. Let's see how he treats his father on his birthday.
But since you did, last month was my birthday and you missed it, you didn't call me.
That isn't true. I sent you a text.
No, you did not.
Bullshit.
That was last year.
Bullshit.
I got nothing. You sent me one last year.
Did I send you one last year? Am I a shitty son? Oh man. Yeah. It was last. Wow.
I want everybody to know that Jason, Thor, did not say anything to his father for his birthday a month ago.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't text you anything after that last happy birthday, so it's still the same one. It still counts.
Your logic sucks.
Man avoids apologies like I'm sorry, like it's the plague. Even his own dad, the one that got him into Blizzard, as we saw at the start of the video, he can't even say sorry to or remember his birthday. He really is the main character and everyone else is just NPCs around him. Replaceable, disposable, decodable. That is just a person who has narcissism thing. He even went to talk to Dr. K. Let's see how that turned out.
Sometimes the things that I talk about in regards to those types of things is misconstrued as arrogance or boasting, when in reality, I'm just trying to give context.
So I want you to listen to this phrase.
Sure.
This gets misconstrued as arrogance, but in reality, it's this. Yeah. That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay. don't see it that way, but all right.
We have a Harvard-trained psychologist here diagnosed you midstream that you need some reflection, bro. But he said, nah, Pirate probably just thinks Dr. K is just another NPC trying to derail his main story. And while this was all going down, another creator was busy breaking down something else, his code. Enter Coding Jesus, a developer who did what Pyro Software fans were too loyal to do. He opened up Pyro Software's publicly available code for Heartbound and started reading it. What follows? Pure destruction.
So the more you copy and paste code, the more you couple classes together, the more you make decisions for the sake of getting something out the door, as opposed to doing it right, the harder it is to continuously progress, because you're going to need to constantly looking back behind your shoulder and changing things which might have ripple effects throughout your code. Maybe copying and pasting in this case is fine. But what I'm trying to get to here, because I have such a lack of actual evidence of him coding, is that there is a very obvious pattern here. A pattern of poor coding practices, which might or might not be the reason why this game has taken 8 years to develop.
Essentially, I mean, a lot of people understand like spaghetti code. If you cut corners at the beginning, think about like maybe even League of Legends. And I'm not, here to give League of Legends shit, but an issue that can arise from doing something like that is that when you push out an update, suddenly something that has nothing to do with the update is now completely broken or doing something it shouldn't be. And that's because you didn't code it properly to begin with.
I'd expect an intern or somebody learning code in Khan Academy to copy and paste.
Coding Jesus and the other guy in this video made it pretty clear that Pyro Software's coding experience or level looks like he's a fresh intern out of boot camp, considering how he's been out here claiming he is one of the best game developers of all time, since he works at Blizzard, by the way. The audacity, brother. Pirate, not too happy with these guys' videos, ends up writing a comment on one of them, and it looks like he gets ratioed live.
You deleted the comment? That would be even funnier.
I just want to point something out here. The reason why he thinks people deleted his comment was because no one can find it, because no one is agreeing with him.
Him talking about people like taking this way too seriously and having these gripes, and he is taking time to downvote the other comments, the only other two you can see on screen.
It's just a bunch of disingenuous arguments put up in bad faith, trying to make me look like a bad programmer. And in reality, this guy has never used the engine that I'm working in, never used the language that I'm working with, and all of his points are moot as a result.
So this is what I commented on, because he's saying I'm trying to make him look bad. He doesn't recognize that he himself is making him look bad. That statement, in my opinion, is a bit pathetic, because despite the fact that I've never used this engine, even I know that he's doing things incorrectly.
So bro got ratioed pretty hard here. As you can see, he only has 16 likes on his comment, while the guy right below him has 3.2k. So you can see a drastic, and I mean a drastic, public support is not in this guy's favor, as he's only has 16 likes, which one of them, by the way, is his own. Yeah. But he still thinks he's right, by the way, because he works at Blizzard, and that makes him a god. With the stop killing game scandal not going his way, and now the coding problem where he's getting exposed at basically being a worse coder than me, and I've never coded a day in my life, people are starting to get angry at him, and he has now lost almost 200,000 subscribers in the last month alone, and his Twitch chat is now starting to fight back. You will see a white number come up on screen here. That is the amount of people he has banned in that single day. My man is going to war to keep his narcissistic persona, not persona, my fault, his true personality here intact.
Coding Jesus calling you out? I think he's striving to be relevant so he can sell you more $360 an hour training sessions. Do Coding Jesus video? No, the dude's just trying to generate as much content out of me as possible because it's really popular. The reason he's doing that is likely for financial reasons. I mean, trying every single day to put as much content out as possible.
I mean, he's not wrong. He right now is a content farm, and content farms do bring in the money. But he's also wrong about the fact that his coding is terrible. I think he genuinely believes he is good at coding here, which is just insanity to me, because there's so much proof that even I can understand that he's bad at coding, and I've never coded a day in my life. 322 bans, not too bad, but we gotta up those numbers, baby!
Hope you get everything you asked for, and nothing you wanted. Enjoy your genie, dude. Government's gonna want to talk to you about it now.
Bro is definitely starting to crash out here, but the collapse wasn't just code and lies. It hit gaming too. In 2 games, Ashes of Creation, which is a game that's still in alpha, and the much more popular one, World of Warcraft. Let's cover the Ashes of Creation one first.
To make it a great showing for your guild. It's gonna be really fun wiping you off the server. Have fun with that.
The narcissist could not handle somebody touching his farming spot, so he decided to declare war on him when his guild outnumbered this guild by about 20 to 1. Let's see how that turned out for him.
It's not even a 1,000-member strong guild. We have 15,000 members. Yeah, chicken shit. God complex? No, it's not a god complex. Here, I'm gonna ban you. That's my god complex. Enjoy that. You've caused enough problems that we're putting your guild on the blacklist.
So he started crashing out after getting completely demolished on Ashes of Creation, and this is what prompted him to join the hardcore WoW server. While live on stream, pirates pulled one of the biggest roach moments we've seen today. His WoW group ended up pulling too many mobs and they were forced to retreat. They were on a hardcore WoW server. For those of you who do not know, hardcore WoW is basically when you die, you lose everything, and players at this point have around 50 to 100 hours of progress on their character, so no one really wanted to die. Now let's take a look at this clip here. He is running for his life like he is the only one in the dungeon, but like we saw earlier, there's about 4 other people here and they are still alive, and he has spells that could help them out and potentially save more lives. In his mind though, if I die, the world ends, so we must save myself at all costs here, which he eventually does. His team, not happy with this, end up talking to him. Let's see how that goes.
Instantly ran. You didn't even look
as much
back.
as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
I'm not angry at all.
You
I'm not angry at all.
overpulled 2 packs. You overpulled 2 packs and a boss. I had 1,400 mana left. I had to spend all of that mana to try and put it on Blizzard to save you guys in the first place, and nothing left.
Not
you
really.
weren't paying attention to party resources. You overpulled, and you weren't paying attention to where the boss was.
First person that ran away and didn't even look back. Literally.
This is the second time. This
you
is
could
the
have at least said like the boss.
You're just gonna talk over me? Is that what we're doing now?
Well,
We just gonna talk over me? Is that all? Is that all we're
I'm just
doing?
giving you my points.
Okay. You done giving your point? You good?
Yes. I'm done.
Okay. Cool. You go roll a mage then. See you around.
Not happy with the fact that his teammates were telling him he did something wrong, he decided to run away like a little sewer rat. Because a narcissist cannot handle criticism, especially by these lowly NPCs that dare to talk back to him.
Let me say it again.
He already said his piece.
Pirate.
Go on.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear God.
I want to speak to him because I didn't speak to him correctly. I said it again. We all did mistakes, bro. Like I didn't say, we are just blaming you. It's about the zero accountability is what makes us so mad.
There's no zero
You see the
accountability,
point?
dude. Everyone can do something better.
you-
But when you open up and you yell over another person
listen,
like you were
can
doing
I
earlier,
speak?
nah, I'm good.
You
See ya. I'm not doing that shit again with him. Nah, he did it the first time. I'm not doing it a second one.
Once again, with his criticism, pirate software will vanish like a ghost. But the saddest part is, before all this happened in World of Warcraft, he was gassing himself up.
I think it takes away from the game, and I think it takes away from the experience, and it leads people to be like, "Oh, he could just petri out. This isn't that scary." And
Yeah, I mean,
to be real with you,
some
of the best moments that I've had inside of dungeons are because, oh shit, we're all going to die if we don't execute this perfectly, and we hardened up at that moment. We kicked some ass, and we got to live. You know, I've made it all the way to 60 now without dying because of that, because we didn't give up.
So this was like a couple days before the incident, making sure everyone knows this man does not give up. He fights to the bitter end, but when it really matters, this man roached out harder than I've ever seen someone roach out in my entire life. This is typical narcissism at its finest. Bro likes to act like the big dog, like he hacked power plants, or that he didn't get his job through nepotism. The reality is, the vast majority of what this man has been saying over the past couple of years seems to just be fabricated lies to boost his own ego and his public appearance, something he seems to desperately crave. Like a cocaine addict, this man needs the hit, bro. He needs to be told he's a good person. He's good at video games. He needs it. Now you would think after abandoning his guild live on stream, Power Software might slow down, but no, because a narcissist doesn't see failures. He just seeds side quests. And his next quest, pretending he's the puzzle god. Except he got caught cheating in puzzle games live? I think he might have failed that quest.
Or like any part of his playthrough that should be glaringly obvious that he has looked up a guide is this.
I'm not for sure it would be in here, would it? Wait a minute. Wait. It's the lengths. It's the lengths. This is 4 blocks wide. This is 4 blocks wide.
That right there, that it can't be. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. That connection is insane. to just make like that and just hit bullseye. It's insane.
Now, the reason why this was so damning was because this took the community of that game months to figure out, and Roach Software, he got that shit done in like 10 minutes. This man makes Einstein look like a toddler. Next clip is where he's been struggling on this puzzle for a few hours, and then suddenly he looks down on his phone and figures it out.
There's no way that he would be this blatant about it, though, right? Like, he's clearly looking at his phone right now. There's no way he would go from that and just instantly solve it. Like, you would at least fake trying to figure it out for another minute or two, right? Like,
oh, is it still too early? Oh, damn. It might actually still be too early.
Oh, my sweet summer child. Little did they know. He was caught red-handed, and what did Roach Software do? Well, he did what he did best. Dodge, dip, and dive. Claimed he was not cheating. But that's the pattern, isn't it? Every failure, every justification, every call-out, every conspiracy theory, we're just too dumb. We're just too dumb NPCs to figure this stuff out because Pirate Software is like a god among men. At this point, Pirate Software isn't a game dev, he's a professional gaslighter. With his subscriber count dropping and his Twitch chat becoming full of angry people, what does Pirate Software do? He does what every narcissist does at the end of their arc. Lock it down. Shut that shit down. No except.
But a video saying you were wrong with every situation and the internet move on? I am not doing that. Yeah, no. Eat shit.
His Twitch chat gone. Sub only mode. Ban half his own viewers. NPCs deleted from the code. His subreddit nuked. YouTube comments disabled. You can't speak without this man hunting you down and decoding your ass. Pirate Software just blames people for being ignorant. It's never his fault. It's always the people's fault because they just can't understand his greatness.
So I want you to listen to this phrase. Sure. This gets misconstrued as arrogance, but in reality, it's this. Yeah. That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay. I don't see it that way, but all right.
And that's Roach Software in a nutshell. From Dev Daddy to Digital Ghost Town, from Indie Hero to Roach King, from a man of the people to a man all alone. So if you're watching this collapse play out, remember, treat your community like NPCs, and eventually, all the players will log out. This was the satisfying collapse of a narcissist, Roachware.
Is having worked at Blizzard. I grew up at Blizzard. Blizzard.